sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll find Hall. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, I mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Badgley able to knock this one through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. first carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
To throw, it's Carr. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A run there on first down, and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
He's tackled at the 40.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run for the first time with Trenton Cannon. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Carr. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. And he will grab the first down. He winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
Las Vegas.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jacobs, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Rolling to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. His pass caught. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. A beautiful fake. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that 1st-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
At the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7. Chargers 3.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going deep here for Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Herbert will get this to Antonio Gibson, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Herbert back to the air. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams.
First down.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Herbert operating from the red zone. This will be caught at about the 6.
Herbert.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Kelly to try to punch it in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Play action. It's Herbert rolling to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. But now it's 3rd and goal.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people are focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Shotgun now for Carr. In a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Chargers 10, Raiders 7. Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Jalen Richard now on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological?
Here this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And it's complete. Henry. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Here comes Richard on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leaders...
This is intercepted. My goodness. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's airing it out for... And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, LA.
Mike
Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
On the return, the Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 2nd down, Jacobs. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
The ball carrier. The tackle by Kenneth Murray. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Carr. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. There he goes, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now it's Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. To the air again, Herbert. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep for the Raiders, Jalen Richard. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
First down, Mariota. Waller taking it in over the middle. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This one from 48 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this 1st half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
A final shot before the break for Herbert. He'll find his man on the outlet. That's Allen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr gives to Richard. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Jacobs now. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. This will be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Charger football here as they take over.
Their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
At the 21-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. It's Eckler again. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Herbert on first down now. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter.
That ties the game 24-24. Daniel Carlson.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
For first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 7 yards there and a first down. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. K.J. Hill, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. Forced out to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. This is a counter play. Eckler, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Flush to his right, and he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert. And he'll find Hall. And some room to run now. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First and goal, Chaine. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
Now from the 7. Here's 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Touchdown.
Hunter Henry with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Chargers 31, Raiders 24. Michael Badgley to kick off for
following the touchdown. Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 25-yard line.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now Carr. Almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Murray on the coverage.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
At the 47-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And that one incomplete. He tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. We know he's got got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
On first down, Gibson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
He's airing it out for Williams. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Not struggling here, secured by the tight end Waller. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers 33. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Here's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. How about this? They'll try the option, left side, and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derek Carr, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. But guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Carlson on for the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Good. That ties the game, 31-31. Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try and grab that lead back. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And his throw here is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Herbert off of play action. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the gun. And it's complete. Henry. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Chargers first down.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Brought down by
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And it's 3rd.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And look at this. Big game, a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Now Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
For the Raider field goal, a 44-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all.
Wide open, complete. The 20. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Good. Makes the score Chargers 38, Raiders 34. Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences, and this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll look to throw. Looking right side, he's got him in. It's Jacobs. And the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
3-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Carr. His throw. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Raiders 41, Chargers 38. Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Throw left side complete. It's Henry. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Today's final score.
Wanted to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on 3rd.
I love how you described that because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to 4th down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them and nice for them to pick it up on 3rd.